Welcome back to another video. So I know what you're thinking. It's a fire on the mountain video. Where's the fire? Well, the wind is a little too strong today to be lighting myself a fire. So I thought we'd sit under my big oak shade tree here and talk. For this part of the video anyway. The next part of the video will be around a fire. I just got done mowing today, so after not mowing for 2 weeks, so I'm happy with my yard. Looks good. But before we get into the conversation, I do have an announcement. I decided to take my ambition a little further, something I've wanted to do for years. I wrote a book. I had it published, and it's available on Amazon as a paperback and an ebook. It is called Heathenry, A Guide to Understanding the Weird. I'm going to put the link down in the description. Go check it out. You can download a free sample of the ebook, and if you like it, you can buy it. And I would greatly appreciate it. It would help me be able to do a lot more with the videos and with more of my writing and stuff. So that leads me into today's topic: ambition. As heathens, we are extraordinarily ambitious. We look for any opportunity to get ahead, to get the upper hand on those around us. That's just how we work. I do it. Every heathen I know does. And that's understandable. Because in my last video about leaving a legacy, you have to be ambitious to leave something behind. But what about ambition that makes it so luring? Like, we want it. We want greatness. We want to achieve things just for the sake of achieving them, or to prove to people that we can. I've always been looked at as the joker, the one who makes a joke out of everything. And I wrote my book because I wanted to share what I know and what I understand. But I also wanted to share it. I also wanted to share it to show that I'm not just a man who makes jokes. I'm many things. I'm a writer, I'm a teacher, I'm a father. And I felt like it was time. I know my life seems great because I don't have to work every day. My wife brings in the money, and but I carry my weight. I clean the house, I take care of the kids while she works, and all these things. But I have my own ambitions, my own goals, things that I want to achieve in life. And I'm slowly achieving them. I've always wanted to do these videos. I've always wanted to create these and teach people what I know. I might not be an expert on anything, but I know a little bit about everything. Not everything. There are things I don't know, but I do my best to learn them and try and understand them. I've always wanted to write a book, but I could never get the idea down for what the book needed to be. And then when I started on my heathen path, I understood that maybe that's what I need to write my book about. So I did. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with it. I'm ambitious enough that I want to leave behind something for people to enjoy after I'm gone, right? That's the goal. That's the goal. And as far as ambition goes, everyone in the world has ambitions and goals. Not everyone tries to achieve them. I'm doing my best right now to achieve the goals that I've set out for myself. I also see people who, they talk a big game, or they've got all bark, no bite. They say they're going to do these things. They say they're going to accomplish great feats in their life, and then they don't do anything. They sit on their butts all day long and don't accomplish anything. Well, to be an actual heathen, you have to be willing to make the sacrifices and put in the effort and the sweat of your brow to be able to achieve these goals that you set for yourself, because that's the point. So, ambition is extremely important. It's a double-edged sword with ambition. You lose a lot of friends, you lose a lot of relationships when you sacrifice things for your faith to achieve these big things in your life. You lose a lot. So, and I know that with ambition comes faith. And not faith in the gods or your ancestors. It's faith in the ability that even when things are dark, they will get better, right? Right now my channel is getting very little views. I know that. Very little watch time. That's okay. It'll pick up. I know it will. People are busy. People have jobs. They've got families. They've got things they have to take care of. And I know it'll pick up, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But that's all part of it. It's the ups and downs of trying to do something, because you're not going to be able to accomplish anything without dealing with some rough patches first. They say it gets worse before it gets better. So, I've got a million ambitions, just like all of us do. And not enough time in this world to do them all. But, hey. So, now we're going to get into the second part of the video with fire right now. So, I know I said that there would be fire, but there is not fire. The wind is blowing harder today than it did yesterday. And we've got a lot of rain, but we're also under a burn ban. And I don't feel like catching my neighborhood on fire. And I already struggle with my neighbors, with, a few of my neighbors anyway. So I thought, hey, let's not make it worse. So let's just consider this entire video as it's a fire in the spirit. Okay? Which is sort of what these videos are anyway. It doesn't necessarily need fire. But so we're talking about ambition, right? Well, let's think about the goals that we set for ourselves to attain our ambitions, to achieve the goals that we want to. What are those goals? How do we set goals? Like, I've always had a really bad habit of setting the bar or the goal so high up that it's almost unattainable for me. And that's tough. That's tough, because then you get worn down and miserable because you failed. And as good of a teacher as failure is, makes it difficult sometimes. But what do we do to fix that? Well, we set more attainable goals. We set goals for ourselves that are more reasonable, that are within our reach. Like, here's an example. My wife and I are currently on a diet. Because I was starting to get a severe gut going on, and we were both unhappy with ourselves, so we decided to work together to help each other out and improve upon that, right? Well, we have both seen changes. We've both lost weight. We set ourselves a goal, and we reached that goal, which in itself is fantastic. But you set more reasonable goals. Like ours was 10 pounds in a month each. We were each to lose 10 pounds. I mean, that's reasonable. That's fair. That's attainable. But I've noticed that a lot of heathens set these goals to be famous or to be well known, just not necessarily famous, but a poignant figure in the heathen community. And as those are attainable goals, but they're not easily attained goals. And with things like that, you have to start small, right? That's how I see it anyway. So that's kind of what this is about. Is most people, myself included, have difficulty setting goals for ourselves that are good starting goals. Don't just go straight for your big goal. Start small. Make your, say, I want to be a Calvin Klein model. Clearly, I don't have the face for that, but this is just an example. Say I want to be a Calvin Klein model. Well, to do that, you have to look the part, you've got to dress the part, you've got to know the right people. So there are steps to doing anything. Well, if I wanted to become a Calvin Klein model, I would need to lose weight. I would need to get in better shape, more toned, muscular-wise. I would need to start dressing in designer clothes instead of the flannel that I wear now. I'd have to trim my beard off. All these things, I'd have to learn how to grow a full head of hair. So there's all these steps. So you have to start small. Start with the easiest step. So when you succeed at that, it uplifts you a little bit and you'll move forward. And you'll want to be able to go on to that next step, to improve your chances of reaching your final goal. Ambition has to be done in steps. It does. Nothing happens overnight. And it just, you got to work at it. It takes time and effort and perseverance, persistence, even. So I think that's the primary point of this whole video. Is ambition is a big deal in the heathen community because we all have goals. We all have things that we want out of life. We want to make the most of the time we have. That's great. But we also need to understand that we have to do it slowly. We have to take our time to do it right. Otherwise, we'll fail and fall flat on our faces. So I feel like that's the message of the video. Yeah, it seems pretty reasonable. So that's all I have. If you haven't hit that notification bell, click it. Like, subscribe to these videos if you haven't already. Throw a comment down and tell me some of your goals in life, some of the things you want to attain. I'd love to hear about it. I really would. One of mine, to share my knowledge. I want to be able to provide the necessary tools for people to learn and understand. And I feel like I'm getting there one step at a time. With the videos, with my book. You know, we're getting there. So, throw a comment down. Tell me what you want in life. And I will see you in the next video.